computer. Prende la luz. What's up, Austin? What's up, Atkins? Um, these are not new corals. I'm just doing a water change. And then I put these guys right here just for well, they are new corals, but I just put these guys right here just to clean the sand bed because this anemone's moving and it's splitting. So I'm just waiting it. I'm waiting for it to split and then go on the rocks, and then I'm finally gonna glue these on the rocks somewhere. And then the little what's it called? The Space Invader and the Rossozoas are up here, but it's just the water change. And then these guys are both different types of frog spawn, all right? And then here's the water that I just changed. It was a few gallons. It's pretty dirty. You see that? Cool. I need to do a water change on my tank. It's been a few months, but still the nitrates and phosphates. Hold on. Let me grab a different phone real quick. Cool. I need to do a water change on the tank. It's been a few months, but still nitrates and phosphates are low. I need to do a water change on the tank. It's been a few months. Honestly, just feed more, and then I don't know. To me, getting nitrates and phosphates is pretty easy to get them high, but I just feed the tank a lot on this aquarium, but I usually like to keep things a lot low. Hey, but Atkins Nature Aquariums, thank you for joining, and Austin Henry, thank you guys. But Atkins, I'll check your tank out. I think you have videos on your YouTube. I'll check them out for sure, and then maybe. But all I do is just really just feed a lot more. Atkins, what? How often do you feed the amino acids and erythroids? So far, I've been doing it about once a week. For the amino acids and the hold on, let me grab them. All right, so the amino acids right here, the Kent one, and the iodine. I only add it every single water change, but I'm adding more iodine and these elements just because of an enemy splitting. You see that? You can see one foot here, the other foot kind of there. This guy's splitting, so I'm just dosing them a little bit more often. Normally just once a month, maybe twice a month, but I've been dosing the iodine every week just for the anemone to heal up. You see that? And then Reefroids. Hold on, let me go grab them. All right, so I got the Reefroids right here. I know it looks like drugs or whatever, but I just throw them in here because I don't have a little bit. But the little Reefroids or whatever, I only feed maybe like once a month or whatever for the corals. But I also got the zooplankton and the Fido, but I hardly been using them. And mostly I just been feeding a lot of flakes to the fish. That's cool. You have two names soon. Are those pink bubble tips? Yeah, these are pink bubble tips right here. It's a little bit stressed out just because the water change, but they're definitely rose anemones right there. And that guy's cleaning under the. You see that? It's funny. He's under the frag rack, but yeah, those are little rose bubble tips. I just released a video. I think it was like earlier today on this guy when I introduced them. So make sure you watch that one. It's a pretty cool little video. Often do you feed? Oh yeah, and so like I said, I kind of don't feed the corals right now, but I probably should be. For coral feeding, honestly, I do it whenever I remember or when people remind me. But I'll throw some of this Fido in there and do zooplankton, see what happens. I don't think nothing's gonna happen because they're all closed up, but might as well. I threw some in there, but I guess you couldn't really tell. Yeah, well, you were kind of able to see that. Do a little bit more. Why not? You probably see the zooplankton a little bit better on camera. It's whatever. And then the Reefroids, I usually just grab like a little pinch. I don't know why, but I kind of squeeze it. And then, but I like to turkey baste all these, but I'm just not. It was just meant to be a water change video, but I'll answer any questions for sure. But thank you, Atkins, and yeah, man, the enemy's about to split. I mean, you can see I know it has a little bit of a streak on there, but It's definitely splitting. Watch tomorrow. I'll do an update, and then you'll see the enemy pretty out. I was just bugging it right now during the water change. All right, let's read the comments. My reef tank is only 10 gallons, but it's pretty soon full of Xenia, GSP, and Kenya trees. Uh, they are all growing good. I have some new frags. I hope they do well. Yeah, man, that's good stuff. This tank's only 14 gallons. It's pretty small. Sorry, my cat. The cat's just right here. Yeah, this tank's only 14 gallons. It's an all-in-one reef right here. I'm not sure what 10-gallon tank you got, but this one's pretty simple. See that? It's a little. And then on this one, I put the sponge on the overflow so I don't get the anemone stuck in there. See that? It's a little sponge filter. And then the heater's right here. It came with bio balls, but I took them out. I was gonna add them back in, but it's whatever. And then the return pump. I need to rechange this new pump. Yeah, it's a little Kessel for sure. And then I run a Kessel on all my light on both my tanks. For how blue and how white on this particular tank, since it's all white, I run it kind of parallel this way. I know it's kind of weird to have it, but or to gauge it, but parallel right there with these little knobs. See that? Right about there. And then the intensity is kind of high on this one. Not completely all the way, but pretty high. And honestly, I don't. It could have more lighting on this aquarium, but the Kessel's really good light. I actually think. Let me show you my other tank. Let me just turn on the light on it. Computer, turn on the Kessel. Yeah, so this is my other little tank. You see that? Obviously the corals were sleeping, but there's my little Monty and the Raja. Wolverine. I'm thinking of upgrading my light from the nice crew LED I'm using. Was it Night Crew? I've never heard of that light, but if it's a good light, just keep it. But this Kessel is definitely badass. On this one, the lighting's actually a little bit more bluer. It's kind of hard to see. And the intensity is definitely a lot less, probably like halfway, a little bit less than halfway. It's also another reef ready, you see that? The light cycle on this one, I think is like 12 hours, and the other ones, I think it's like 14. But yeah, I should have. Well, I wasn't planning on this one, but I just gotta get rid of the salt creep. But this tank's doing really good. See that? The Monty's right there, the little rainbow. It's a blue skin with the red orange polyps. Only it looks more orange because the polyps are starting to come out. But that Raja looks really good. See that? The frog spawn. It's the same frog spawns on the other aquarium. See that? And then there's a Rastazoas. So I grabbed a frag from these Rastas, and then I transferred the Space Invader that was in here into the other 14. Computer, turn off the Kessel.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then I also got this little freshwater light. It's a China light. That's pretty funny. So this is the blue light on this little freshwater system, but it's not that special. See, it's a little freshwater system on this one. I guess you could say the main focus of today was just this one. But you see this guy? These are the same frog spawns from that little 2 gallon. And then the Space Invader was on the other tank. And there's a small frag of Rossazos right there. They're not really open because I was messing with them and the algae's growing on them. Oh, that Anubis is old. I can tell. Be proud of that tank. Oh, thank you, bro. It is pretty old. It's probably like 2, maybe 3 years old. I'm gonna do a little video on that one. It started in a little 5 gallon tank, and then it upgraded to that 20. There you go. It finally focused. Oh yeah, but the Anubis, I have a tank, freshwater tank, and my first reef. Oh, that's good, bro. That's hecka good. Let me let it focus a little bit. Okay, there you go. I have a 10 freshwater and my first reef. So that means you got 2 10 gallon tanks. That's really cool. Oh yeah, so let me show you the Anubis real quick, and then since you obviously know what you're looking at. Yeah, it's actually 2 of them. Uh, this Anubis grew like vertically up, and then there's this guy that grew horizontally. See that? You could tell by the small leaves on this one. And then this one has the bigger leaves. See that? But look at the roots. It's crazy. And then it's mixed in with the Christmas tree moss. I usually try to, we throw some away, even though it's kind of hard to say. But I should probably just give it away to like a local fish store. But it's nothing major on this guy. It just has these LED lights, the little filter right there, the little sea turtles, or a sea turtle and a little fish, no fishing, and that's it. It's just the little LED lights that are on there. But yeah, it's two Anubis. Like I said, this one just grew horizontally, and then it eventually started going up a little bit, and then the other one just grew vertically. But I can't even notice that. That's crazy. It is pretty old. I'm not gonna lie. The roots are just intense. You see that? I know it's mixed in with this, but look at that. You see those roots? It's kind of crazy. All the fish are sleeping. It's just a little neon and a few other. Oh, let me show you that. This is the coolest fish on there. Oh snap! It's a little albino bristlenose. It's only hard to see him, but he doesn't want to be on camera right now. But yeah, that's the rarest fish in there. Probably just the albino bristlenose. So it's just a simple setup on this one. I meant 10 tanks. My biggest is a 55 small cichlids and barbs in that one. My smallest is a 5 gallon I use for plants and fry. Oh man, that's crazy. You got 10 tanks. Wow. Yeah, I remember I had a lot of tanks also. I feel like I got a lot of tanks right now. So I could relate. That dubis is great. Do I ever trim it? Yeah, man. I, I don't want to trim it. I was thinking of cutting it in half, but I thought it'll probably just be better to leave it with the Java moss carpet, and that's awesome, man. I love that. Oh, thank you, bro. Let me put this phone over here. There you go. It's a good little contrast with the black side of that aquarium. Yeah, I don't know what to do with that moss. If you want some, let me know. If you're living in the U.S., I'll give it to you for free. But yeah, usually a lot of it goes in the trash. Like I said, I should probably just give it away to somebody. Hey, but Atkins, thank you for joining the live. I didn't expect anybody to go on. I was just gonna do a quick video, and then it kind of turned out to be a little bit longer than I thought. How many neons are in there? There's three neons. I've been thinking of adding like a bigger school, maybe like 5 to 8 more. Probably have like 10 total. I was actually thinking of doing cardinals, but since the neons are in there, might as well just stick with the neons. I'll probably add. I want to add like maybe like 5 more. Have like 8 to 10 total. And they're really cool fish. I really like the neons and the cardinals. Oh, there's actually some, what is it? The Cory panda cats. They bred in there. There was a lot of babies in there. And we didn't know they bred until we moved out of the moss, and then we saw a whole bunch of babies. It was crazy. Yes, add a few more neons. They will breed in the Java moss. Oh, yeah, that's if they breed, that'd be pretty cool. Just because you said that, I'll probably add some more neons. For sure. Maybe if they'll breed, that'd be pretty cool. Neons are really cool fish. I really like neons. The little neon tetras. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, man. I actually noticed this guy's moving his other foot. It wasn't that far to the left. But you can see it is pinching right down the middle. I mean, just because it's not extended, but you can actually see two of the oral disc. I had other people say it looks like three anemones, but it's really two. I doubt it's split into three. This is actually my second live ever. I'm just surprised anybody joined. Cause I'm also on the Facebook, but I got like Miguel, what's up? Thank you, bro, for watching. Yeah, I got other people watching. That's pretty cool. So the light spectrum, I'm probably running like 14 to 18K, maybe 20. But this Kessel's really badass. I had a lot of hair algae in here, and then I just switched it to the Kessel and then put a bluer spectrum, and then a lot of the algae just died off. So Atkins, if you don't have a Kessel, I definitely highly recommend it. It'll make your lighting a lot easier. I mean, to light up your little system for a 10-gallon. I think these little kessels are just built for like 20 gallons or less. More than that, it's I don't know. Yeah, this tank's probably like about a foot, like 12 to 14 inches. Hold up, I'm gonna share this out to BRB. Oh, thank you, bro. Definitely share the video, share the live. I mean, I'll definitely be on here more if I have an audience or if you're watching this. I'll definitely be out here and ask me anything you want. Right. All right, there. Sorry, I was texting on the Facebook live. I should have just gone Instagram live too, but I'm more of a YouTube guy. I do everything on YouTube. Also, this tank normally runs at 78 degrees, but I did a water change with really cold water and it dropped to like 70, 72-ish. You see that? And definitely dropped down like 8 degrees. 5 to 8 degrees for sure. But you can finally start seeing this guy starting to come out. The little frog spawn. And like I said, I like to gravel back the sand bed, but I didn't have enough water. I only had like about 2 gallons, and so I only changed 2 gallons. This rock spawn is really cool. And then there's a traditional frog spawn, the purple and green, or the green with the purple tips. This one's like a green with the bright green tips. If you put enough white, it will look probably like a brownish green with the green tips. Watch. See what I mean? And under white light, that's how they look. And you could compare it with the traditional one, even though it's not open right now. You see that? The skin colors or whatever. And then under all blue, it just looks crazy. But yeah, that's normally where I run it at that color spectrum. It's a little bit more wider than the spectrum that I run on the little 2 gallon. Yeah, I can definitely see this guy. Look at this guy. Its foot's definitely going one way, and the other half doesn't want to move. That's crazy. Like I said, I just been feeding the clowns like regular freshwater flakes. It's kind of crazy. Hey, what's up, S? Yo, I'll be back after Vinny's shuts up. Vinny's. I don't know how to read that, but yeah, man, no problem. Oh, and thanks, nice clowns. Oh, thank you, bro. I definitely like this pair because just because they're an odd couple. It's a little black and orange couple. It's kind of crazy. Atkins, yo, I'm back. Hey, thank you, bro, for coming back. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. But the system's pretty easy. I mean, anybody could replicate what I'm doing. And the only reason these guys are not on rocks, I mean, on the rock structure, is because of this guy. I'm waiting for him to split and then find his little spot, and then I'm gonna glue these guys or build the reef around this guy. So if you check the video I had that I posted, I think it was today, earlier today. This guy was crawling on the rocks in the video, like right about there. That's where I had the Space Invader. Space Invader was right about here, and then the Rostazoas were right here, but this guy was crawling all over him, so I had to move him. And then I definitely need like and get a more like a bigger cleanup crew. Look at this guy. There's a little bit of algae on the Space Invader. I just really want these turbo snails to do their job. Clean them up a little bit. But that's my little Space Invader, and like I said, the Rostazoas are right there. Oh, and then this little flat piece of rock, it was for the clowns, see if they want to lay eggs on there. See that? It's just this side is not as flat as the other side, but the other side has a lot of algae. I just want to kill the algae on there. I'm scared of putting them. Hold on. Let me fix the camera real quick. Okay. I'm scared to put the NEM in my tank. I'm afraid I'll get stuck by the power head and nuke my tank. That's definitely a possibility for sure. I lost like 90% of my anemones through a power head. And this tank doesn't have a power head, but I definitely closed the intake right there. You see that with the little filter sponge? That's definitely a big problem. But you know, if you cover your power heads, depending on which ones you got, you could just cover them up and then give it a try. But the only problem is that it's gonna get clogged, and then the power head's not gonna move as much water. I mean, it may or may not damage the power head, but um, if you have a small tank, like I said, just I don't know. I mean, you could always put like some kind of mesh net on there. But what kind of power head do you have? It's a Nero 3. Hold on, let me see how a Nero 3 looks like real quick. I got like 4 phones in action right now. Oh snap. Nero 3. Oh, that's a pretty cool power head. Wow. Maybe I could add one of those to my little tank, but I don't know. Honestly, I think you should be able to put an enemy with that power head. It looks really cool. It looks like a slim design. But like I said, I would just watch it for sure. Watch the enemy if you get one. It's made by Aqua Illuminations. Let me make sure that's the one I was looking at. Like I said, it's a little thin profile. That's pretty cool. I'm looking at it. It looks like you could cover the intake a little bit or even slow it down with the controller. I think you should be solid, bro. Just try the enemy. If anything, just turn off the power head on the first few days or something. It's a Bluetooth too. Wow. That's really cool. I feel like buying one of those already, buying one of those power heads. That'd be pretty cool for my tank right here. But like I said, I'm gonna change the return pump on this guy because the original pump, the Innovative Marine, the little 14-gallon one. I broke the pump. I broke that little the ceramic shaft, and I'm trying to find a replacement part. But I'm thinking of getting like a little Rio 1200. The 1200 should definitely be a lot of water flow because I'm hoping to add like some SPS corals in here. Maybe even transfer a small frag of my, what's it called, the little Montipora, the little Monty that I got on the little 2-gallon. Watch. Computer, turn on the Kessel.
Okay.
See if I can. I want to. Oh man, the glass is pretty dirty. But that little Monty right here, you see where it's growing? Probably take off the center piece of the frag plug. And then a little Raja. Probably get a little frag of a Raja also into that tank. But this tank's running a little bit more blue for the new people that are on here. I'm running this one a little bit more bluer. And then I got the Rosses from this side. You see that? It's a little corner right there that I took out. Obviously, these guys were dead sleeping, and then that's my cleanup crew right here. Australia snails. I got like 2 Australia snails, and I forgot what else I have in here. This tank looks a lot better during the day for sure. This guy's completely wide open. This guy's starting to open up again just because of the light. Computer, turn off the Kessel.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so I got everything hooked up to my Echo 4. That's why I would control the lights. Let me see. It's the only fancy thing I got for my tank. The rest of my equipment is just a C-Cam Title 55 HOB, a cheap light from Amazon, and the Aqua Top ATO, the auto top off. That's really cool. I think auto top offs are really cool. Um, Let me show you another secret. All right, let me go grab it real quick. All right. The next secret. Since you have an auto top off, even at this tank, okay, so this is the Kalkwasser, the calcium hydroxide, and then the baking soda. So what I do to this tank when the water evaporates, I do a 50-50 mixture of these two, and I dump it into the. Oh, you know what? Let me do that for you real quick. All right, so imagine this is my top off water, right? Let me lower it down. All right, so let me open the Kalkwasser real quick. I need to do it anyways, because every water change I like to pick up the pH. All right. I need to make sure you could see the water bottle real quick. There you go. So for this particular tank, I just grab a small pinch of the the calcium hydroxide. Okay. I mean, it made the water kind of foggy. You see that? So I grabbed a little pinch of that. Let me close it back up real quick. Thanks for coming over. Yeah, bro. Thank you for inviting S and thank you for coming on the live for sure. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so one ratio of that and then equal parts of the baking soda. This is just food grade baking soda. Use any baking soda as long as it doesn't have no flavoring. Okay. Let's just say that's about equal ratios. Okay, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna add it to the tank real quick, but I'm gonna add it to the back. Okay. You could add a little bit more water if you like, and then, but I can see what. All right, so now I'm just gonna add this to the aquarium, and like I said, for your auto top off, Atkins, for your auto top off, just do what I do, but just figure out the ratio for you. This is probably, I mean, it made the water pretty cloudy, but I'm gonna add it to my back chamber. But on your auto top off, this should clear out, and then the sediment in the bottom, just don't worry about it. The reason it's not dissolving because the pH is too high, and usually when you add more fresh water, it'll start dissolving again. But I'm gonna add this to the back chamber on my little tank right here. Maybe I should just show you. So I'm gonna add it to this chamber, and eventually it'll start traveling. Okay. And you see the whatever sediment's there. I usually do not add it, but I'm just gonna throw that away. Okay. Whatever sediment doesn't dissolve, don't throw it in the tank. But I'm pretty sure your pumps also get a lot of calcium buildup. But that's pretty much it. So every time hold on, I put the lid back on. Yeah, so every time the water evaporates, that's what I do. So I probably added the whole bottle and the same ratio, I mean the same amount for this little tank. Since you have a 10 gallon, you're gonna use about the same ratio as me, just a little, literally just a little bit. And that definitely helps with your pH. Look at this guy, he's starting to move. We can't find the lid. Yeah, so for every salt brand that you use, just do what I did. Just pick up the pH, and even if all the elements are off, as long as your pH is high, everything should be solid. Because I noticed most aquariums, the pH is always low, and that's why their anemones start to dissolve away. But just do that, and you see nothing's closing up. It's actually kind of coming out even more. See that? That guy's moving. But everything else is pretty much doing really good. And just do that and add that to your top off. Baking soda and the kalkwasser or the calcium hydroxide. But something better than the calcium hydroxide to make sure everything dissolves, get sodium hydroxide. That'll be a lot better to use. It's too late for me though, and I'm getting tired. I'll see you later, man. Oh yeah, man. See you later. So I guess I'm gonna end the live. But thank you for watching, bro. Uh, join me next time. I'll probably I don't know. Just hit the bell notification whenever I go live. But always ask me questions, man. It was nice having you on, for sure. Also, are you in the U.S. or where are you at? Hopefully you answer me before you take off. But yeah, guys, it was only supposed to be like a 20-minute video and it turned out to be like an hour. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Everybody on Facebook, that was on Facebook. Thank you guys for watching. I'm in Oregon. Great stream. Oh yeah, bro. If you're in Oregon, man, I could help you out for sure. I'll check out your channel after the live, and then I'll see if you have any videos, and then I'll check out your tank. I'm definitely curious to see what you got. But thank you Atkins, thank you S, thank you Austin for joining the live. Thank you guys a lot. Yeah, I'll try to go live more often. Like I said, this is my second live ever, and then we'll see the progress on this little anemone. See what happens in the morning. See where he ends up. But take a look at my other video that I just released today, for sure. I'll tell you more about this anemone and everything that I did. I added a glass vase in the back, but check it out. But it's cool that you're in Oregon. I could definitely help you out. But all right, thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna end this live. First, let me end the YouTube. I mean the Facebook. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you guys. I'm in Oregon, and it's a great stream. Thank you, bro. Later, guys.